shit. Okay, so on this car, if you guys saw the last video, it drove great. And it wobbled all over, kind of down the road. It didn't really drive, it just kind of sauntered. So obviously the customer wasn't happy with that, and we wanted to fix this. So we started looking at the steering geometry, and what was happening, the car was lowered so much that our control arms here were actually sitting like this when the car was on the ground. So because of that angle arc, that every single time this thing hit a bump in the road, this wheel would actually kick in and this wheel would kick out. So the car would literally just wander itself down the road every time you hit a bump. So what we've done is we've actually spaced it out up in here to bring the suspension down and give us more downward pressure, so that now when we're on the ground, our steering linkage should be maybe not perfect, but relatively straight. And that's going to give us, you know, because in the arc of a circle, the higher up you go, the further in you're going to move. You know, you go in up 1 inch. If you're on the outside of the circle, you know, 1 inch, 2 inches doesn't really change your geometry very much. But if you're up here from your starting point, now you're going to be up here when you move up 2 inches. So it changes your wheel angles drastically. So we're going to do that. We're going to try it. We'll take it for another drive, and hopefully, God willing, we got this thing driving good. The other thing we're going to be doing is adding a sway bar to this. It doesn't have one, and it pothole steers really bad. So you hit a pothole and it just jerks you to the side of the road. Sway bars are what help us with that. They stop the one wheel from dropping into the pothole. This wheel that's taking all the pressure will now lift this tire up. I wore my seatbelt this time.
Yeah.
It's got to be low on fluid, man. It's got to be.
Can we top out?
Yeah. We will when we get back.
That should feel alright. Well, it feels a little bit better. A little wobble to it.
That's me.
Is that you?
I don't know.
Are we going that way, or you want to head off the straight?
Yeah, we'll go get the fucking highway. Oh, it didn't potholes here near as bad as it did before.
Good. It's a little touchy still, right?
It's still sensitive.
Yeah. I don't know if we can get much better.
Like, it drives straight now. Like, it's straight.
Oh, the alignment was terrible. Terrible. It was way off, like 2 inches off. If anything, we can tweak this side just a little bit. And then
See, this thing's warm-blooded, eh? Oh no, it's way better.
it feels a little bit better. Like, you still have a little wobble there. Right there, you can feel it.
A little bit.
Yeah. It's like it's still doing that little bounce off the side.
It is.
But remember, there's the rack and pinion. Like, there is play between that shaft and the rack and pinion. There's not much we can do about that. Oh, jeez.
Sorry, my bad. Just gave it a little too much hoobastank on that.
Take it easy.
Overestimated the corner on that. You're
That
underestimating.
came up out of nowhere.
I was looking at my gauges and stuff.
Yeah.
No, like even before, like it was like all over the
I was
place.
just gonna say, do you feel like you're getting thrown around as much?
Not as bad.
Not as bad.
It's way better.
I'm not scared to hit the throttle anymore.
You scared me.
It's still kind of.
It's like it has
is
that,
super windy today too, though.
but it has that little funny wander thing. Where it just like that. Like,
Yeah.
should we tow in? Or what do you want to
I'd almost ever do the back end of the one. No, that's the wind. That was the wind.
I need like an ocean handle.
She's a two-hander for sure.
I'd say so, yeah.
No, it is. Like, if you hold the steering wheel steady now, you can hold the car steady. And I think what I'm feeling right now,
that's wind.
That's wind. Like, it's a
still,
very, very, very windy day. Yeah, that's.
Oh, you can hear it.
Oh, yeah.
It irritates me. I can't see out this friggin' mirror.
It irritates me as well. I have my signal light to go on that way.
Yeah, after this.
I missed my turn.
Go to that one. Yeah. Well, perhaps you should have done this on a less windy day.
Yeah.
That's alright.
No, but it does. Like, now it drives straight.
Well, like when you were accelerating off that light there on the first turn, we were all over the place on the road. That
It is, like, the steering rack is still, I think that's just going to be what it is. It doesn't pothole steer at all anymore.
I think he needs a new either rack and pinion and a pump, or I don't know, something's up with that. Just the connection between the two isn't, like between what is going in and what is being sent out is different.
So it's better going this way.
Yeah, you're not getting the wind, like you say. Oh, there it goes, yeah. I feel that push us.
Oh, that's the engine.
But that's thump. Feel that thump.
Well, I think the fact that we run out of fuel.
No. We got a quarter tank. We got a there.
Do we have a
Pull off.
quarter tank?
Pull off. Are we out of fuel?
I don't know. I'm going to say we just ran out of fuel. Fuck me.
Jacob to get some friggin' gas over here. We're almost there. Come on, do it with me.
That's just bumper in neutral.
Yep. And keep rolling. Just.
I'm just, you know what? We're on a downhill. So.
Yep, we'll get there.
So, fuel gauge is not accurate.
Apparently.
It turns out.
Jeez. What? Jacob got a new number?
No, Jacob's phone doesn't work.
What?
Yeah, remember? He was all mad yesterday because his phone didn't work.
Okay, I'm gonna call home. You think we can make it to the sub road?
I'm gonna try to make it to Stony Plain Chrysler and see if they'll just sell us some fuel.
Hope, can you hear us? Hey, so we ran out of fuel. I know. Can
Are you kidding me?
Call us meatballs. Can you do me a favor? In the back of my service truck is a jerry can. Can you rent it out to us? We are just literally rolling downhill, engine off, to the on-ramp to go to Chrysler. Oh, we're picking up speed. Maybe we'll make it back. Yeah, if you can run it up to us, that would be awesome. Okay. Yeah, in the top. Yeah, red jerry can there. Should be almost full. There's nothing there. Did you take the jerry can out?
No. Didn't touch any of the jerry.
In the white Ford? Oh. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks. Bye. So you're gonna have to edit that. Okay, she's grabbing the jerry can. She'll be here soon.
Well, that's good.
Maybe stay to the side. We're gonna crap out right up here. We do not have enough momentum to get up.
Oh no, we're gonna make it.
Nope.
I can feel it.
I'm gonna bet money on
I'm not.
it. Because you can't feel
No,
you can't feel that much.
Where I don't. The car's
Right,
like 3 inches off the ground. I can't.
More. Right. Now straight. Too far.
A little more. No, too much.
Too much.
No, more again.
If we could just get to the crest of that hill,
Little-
we could
little-
roll down a little further, and this is where we rest.
We could put.
Septic tank pumping, residential and commercial.
Well, that's nice.
We just added to their advertising. Look at this nice car. Hey, look at this.
Ooh, scared me.
Well, there's not even like, there's like a car length between us and the ditch.
Yeah,
You
like
think
slow
they'd be-
down.
Yeah, like 40, 50. Here's the other question. The battery was dead. We had it running.
I turned it off.
If we get fuel, and then we have no battery power. Should I tell her to bring booster cables too? Does she have booster cables?
Probably has boost.
I'm gonna check in. I don't want to risk it.
You know, it's never a dull moment.
I don't know what those are.
Well, it drove better.
It did drive better. See,
I
that
think-
was an appropriate amount of speed. Hey, do you also have booster cables? I'm not saying we're gonna need them. I'm just saying bring them just in case, because we already had to boost this car today. So, do you have booster cables in your truck?
Should she just drive the Ford?
She won't drive that Ford. I'll bet you.
She tried to drive the International once and almost crashed into the side of the building. She almost ran me
No,
over.
my Ford, like the service truck Ford. You won't want to drive that. Yeah. Front seat of the Ford service truck. Front seat on the floor. There's a big pack of booster cables, or big.
There's some on the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
There's like 4 sets on the Christmas tree, actually.
So if you head to Stony Dodge or Stony Chrysler, we're on that service ramp or that on ramp to go there. So when you come out here, drop down on the 16A and then flip around up at the next range road and then come back towards Chrysler. Yeah, we're heading east. We're heading east towards it. Well, we went west and then we turned around and we were heading east and then it died. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, bye.
And then I went to fill up one day. Remember, you put it on there.
Locking gas cap?
The locked gas cap years ago, and I went to the gas. It's the day that I fucking backed in the pump because I was mad because I couldn't get the gas cap open. I pissed off, so I got a hammer, smashed it off,
Oh,
and then
white cars
for like a year it stayed like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was fuming mad that day.
Yeah. Now he's got a
Key for his gas.
key that's his gas.
Here, I'm gonna take the key. It's his gas. Well, we probably needed to put it back home though.
Probably.
Yep. Well, that was interesting. You know, that's a nice thing about, running a business and all that stuff. It's never a dull moment.
Nope.
There's always something interesting happening.
like, now that we're headed like into the wind,
Yeah.
like, that's just tickety-boo, like, drives beautifully. I'm not fighting it,
It's just going.
yeah, I remember like, when we first drove it at 60k an hour,
Yeah.
it was all...
You were everywhere.
And like now, just at 60, like I'm just...
Cruising along.
Yeah. No, it drives quite a bit better. Like, it's still not perfect. The steering is still... the rack is kind of got that play in it. There's nothing you can do about that without changing the rack. And he didn't want to put that kind of money into it. Yeah, it doesn't pothole steer like it did.
Yeah.
Remember how it used to like jerk the steering
Oh, yeah.
wheel? It doesn't do that at all anymore. Like, I feel comfortable driving it now.
You're not scared for your life?
I'm not like muscling, like fighting it to stay on the road.
Yeah.
Everything about the front end feels stiffer. Like,
Yeah.
like even over the bumps and everything, you feel the car stays more level. It doesn't rock as much as it did. Nope. I'm actually, especially on that straightaway there,
Yeah.
without the wind on our side, it felt just a million times better.